If you guys are in need of any grinding services, hit up my guy Rose NBA on Twitter. From domination to getting you guys a 95 plus overall hidden gem, he does it all. What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over talking about each and every one of the new cards added into NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Talking about which of these cards you guys should pick up for your specific squad. Now, I want to start off with this, guys. The leak is true. We know what the next couple of content drops are going to be like as well. So it should, help give us a better feel for what is the market going to be like, not only for today, but in the future as well. Let's start off with Keith Atkins. I've got the card, the worst card in today's drop. Does have an 85 3-ball. I don't know what release he's got, but an 85 3-ball. At least he'll be able to knock down shots. Taj Gibson at the small forward position? Man, I'm confused. The card stinks, but weird card. Sadiq Bey, 74 3-ball, doesn't play any defense. The card stinks. Otto Porter, small forward eligible, 78 3-ball, no defense. Card stinks. Aaron McKee, 6'5", 79 3-ball, 79 speed. Card stinks. Joe Bryant, 6'10", 74 3-ball, 76 ball handle. Defensively, okay, mid-70s. Basically across the board. Gus Gerard up next, 6'8", 74 3-ball, decent ball handle, decent enough speed. Card's okay, not great. Eddie Curry, 7 feet tall, 63 ball, defensively not very good. I guess Eddie Curry's playable, but the card's not good. Hubert Davis, 93 ball, defensively stinks. But again, gonna shoot the ball really well with those gold badges. So for a guy like Hubert Davis, if you get him, he can play in offline modes. Tom Burleson up next, 25 3-ball, no speed. Card just can't play. Cam Reddish, 6'7", 83 ball, 84 ball handle, defensively off the charts, good, 85 speed. Cam Reddish is back, baby! Now let's go, let's look at the release of Cam Reddish, because I'm telling you, the card is back. We've seen good Cam Reddish cards in the past. Cam Reddish is back, and he might be better than he's ever been before. Now, we'll look exactly what is. Oh my gosh, that release is chicken for Cam Reddish. Smooth release, 6'7", good player, model player build. Let's look. I'm going to look at on 2K database, see what his hot spots are like, because in play now, his hot spots stink. 2K database hasn't really loaded yet, so we can't necessarily see. Cam Reddish plays incredibly good defense, and for a Sapphire, he's a beast. We saw Covington last week. Today, we see Cam Reddish. Again, 3-ball would like to see a little bit higher, but look at the defense. 97 steal, 89 perimeter, 82 interior, solid enough speed, 7 gold badge, including on-ball menace. Badge-wise is fine. Cam Reddish can play, fellas. Terry Mills up next, 6'10", 93 ball. Defensively not great, but at least he can shoot. 9 gold badges as well. Terry Mills is not the worst. 6'10", can shoot the ball. Michael Ray Richardson, 6'5", 69 3-ball, not great, but defensively, the card can play. So we're starting to see some of these budget guys that can absolutely play. Michael Ray Richardson, a budget guy that can definitely play. Terry Mills can play. Cam Reddish can play. I'm a fan of these budget cards today. Budget cards might be back in my team, and we need it desperately. Rick Smits, the card stinks. 26 3-ball, 55 speed. I know he's 7'4", but I'm telling you right now, Rick Smits absolutely stinks in this game. Mo Will, he stinks as well. Can't really dunk. 42 interior, 6'1", and badge-wise, defensively, he is absolutely going to struggle. David West, first card today that I'm looking at that I think is going to be okay. 82 3-ball, 80 speed. Defensively, okay. Not necessarily perfect, but it's okay. Hall of Fame brick wall rebound, set shot, 11 gold badges, has 2 on silver. Now look, I'm going to go shoot around with some of these guys. But I will say, and again, I'm not trying to hype up David West too much, but I do think the card has just a lot of potential in this game. Now, I get confused when it comes down to the Hornets or the Pelicans. It's just kind of a weird situation. But I think David West should be on the all-time Pelicans, right? Even though they used to be the Hornets. It's, again, just a weird situation. But let's look at the release of David West. Smooth as silk, man. And that's what I'm saying with David West is, I know the card's stats aren't that great, but with his release being as smooth as it is, he is going to be really solid on this game. And I knew his release was smooth. So again, you can't hate on a card like that. Now with Mo Williams, He's not going to be on the all-time Cavs, is he? Mo Williams, no way. But I wonder if there is if there's a Cavs from, what would it be? It would be earlier. I doubt. Is there a Cavs from this era? I don't think. Oh yeah, there is. He wasn't on this team. When did Mo Williams play for Cleveland? Was it just after this? But I can't find a team with Mo Williams, so we'll just have to wait and see exactly what that release looks like. But I think for Mo Williams, it's going to be tough for him to play anyways because defensively he's not great. Like at least with David West, and I'm not saying the card's perfect because his speed's not that great, his 3-ball is not that high, but his release is really good. Joe Dumars, 6'3", 93 3-ball, only a 75 driving, a 90 ball handle, but defensively is off the charts good. That is one thing about Joe Dumars nobody can take away from him. 8 Hall of Fame badges, 15 on gold. And for Joe Dumars, the card is really, really, really solid. So there's nothing really, again, bad I can say about Dumars. The card is going to be able to play at a high level, especially defensively. Now, I do want to see what release he does come with, because I think that's, I don't want to say going to make or break the card entirely, but a lot of what Joe Dumars is going to give you guys on the floor comes down to his release, because he is a 6'3 guard. Player build looks good. Release-wise, I mean, it is the Devontae Graham base. It looks weird. Okay. I don't know how I shot a very late right there, but it doesn't look bad. Honestly, when I'm shooting with it, I don't know how I shot a very late on the first one, but I'm greening a decent amount with Joe Dumars, so I can't hate it all. Decent enough release. Dumars is going to be a fine point guard. Not going to be, a point guard we're spending a bunch of MT on, but he is absolutely a point guard that can play. Next up, RJ, Richard Jefferson, 6'7" here. 92 3-ball, 95 driving, 86 ball, no defensively off the charts good, 93 speed. 6 Hall of Famers, including set shot, slippery, challenger, off-ball, pest, 20 gold badges as well. Here's the situation for Richard Jefferson, guys. I've got no issues with RJ. No, I don't really see many flaws in the card. The problem with RJ is, he's like, and I said this in last night's video, I don't think he's going to be better than even like a season 1, and this might split the opinion of a lot of people, but I don't think he's better than like a season 1 Scottie Pippen. And so that's kind of the problem I have with Richard Jefferson. Again, the card does not look that bad. Release-wise, honestly, looks as good as it's been for Richard Jefferson. Like, if you think about Richard Jefferson for past years, his release has always been something that's been not great. But this year, the upper on it's weird, but I think it's going to make his release super easy to time and super easy to green. So I'm actually not hating on Richard Jefferson. I think his release is absolutely incredible. A lot of people might not like it, but I mean, look at how quick he gets this release off. I'm telling you, I like the release of Richard Jefferson. For the first time in a long time, I think that this is going to be one of your better releases in my team. Now, I will say, the upper on it, you might have to slow your thumb down with the set shot specialist, but I am a fan of Richard Jefferson's release in the game. As far as his leaner, let's take a look. Normal leaner, weird upper, but it's not bad. So, again, I don't want to hate too much on Richard Jefferson, especially with this release this year, which I think I really do like. RJ can definitely play. Again, there are going to be probably better options in the game. I don't think he's even going to be as good as like a Scottie Pippen still, but I don't mind RJ. If you get him, I think the card can play. LaMelo Ball up next, 6'7", 94 3-ball, 80 driving dunk, 94 ball handle. Defensively solid, 86 perimeter, 75 interiors, not the best, but not bad. 93 speed, 8 Hall of Famers, limitless dimer handles, unpluggable set shot, shifty shooter, lightning launch, some great offensive badges. Defensively, LaMelo's not going to be bad. You're going to have to fully badge him for sure. But remember, he's a 6'7" point guard in the game. That by itself has to be somewhat impactful for you guys on the court. Now, LaMelo is injured, so I'm not even going to be able to shoot around with LaMelo Ball. I'm just getting straight trolled today. I doubt he's on the all-time Hornets. That would be kind of troll as well. But he is on the all-time Hornets. Let's go. LaMelo Ball is weird because a couple of years ago on current gen, the card literally had the best release in the game. Last year's release was not good at all. This year, it's not good. Like, and I don't care if you want to say LaMelo's release isn't bad, because it's really not. It's not horrible, but it's not good. It's not a good release. He releases it way low. It's just not, in my opinion, a super high quality release. It's not horrible. It is usable, but again, I do think there are going to be better releases on the game. Let's look at his leaner. Looks like he has the normal leaner as well, which is fine. Look, for me, I can't dribble that well anyway, so I could care less like how a card moves. LaMelo's height looks good. I think defensively he's going to be okay. I'm intrigued about LaMelo Ball. I'll say it like that. I don't think the card is perfect, but he is an interesting card in this game. I don't think he's an absolute garbage man. I just don't think I'm going to be able to get to him. I like him at 6'7". I just wish his defense outweighed his offensive stats, and that's just not the case for the card. Next up, we do see Kristaps Porzingis, 7'2" for the card, 93 3 ball, 90 standing neck, 80 driving neck, 78 ball handle, 94 block, 88 interior, good rebounder, 80 speed, badge-wise, 8 on Hall of Fame, including, post rise, up, dead eye, limitless, box out beast, set shot specialist, 16 gold badges. You fully badge him up, you give him the on-ball menace, you give him immovable enforcer, you give him challenger, slippery off ball, some of those types of badges. KP, in my opinion, this is my opinion, is going to be your second best center in the game. Now, I think the important thing here is to talk about the why. Why do I think Kristaps Porzingis is going to be so good? It comes down to one main thing. His release is so much better than D-Rob's. His release is so much better than any other big we have in the game outside of Victor Wembanyama. And that's the one thing about it. I still do think Wemby is going to be the best center in the game. However, I think Kristaps is going to be number 2. So that's my prediction on things. You guys can let me know if you disagree, but I think Kristaps is going to be an absolute beast on this game. Again, I've used the card quite a bit in play now. He's an absolute stud. So you're not going to hear me say anything bad about Kristaps Porzingis because I think the card is going to be maybe the second best big in the entire game outside of Victor Wembanyama. Jaylen Brown up next, 6'6", 93 3 ball, 95 ball handle, 95 driving neck, 86 ball handle, 82 block, 87 interior, good steal perimeter, 94 speed. There's no flaws about Jaylen Brown. I say it like this. I wish the card had more Hall of Famers, and I just know deep down Jaylen Brown's release is not going to be that great either. Now, Jaylen Brown does have a hot spot from the top of the key. It just comes down to this. It's the Jaylen Brown base on normal timing. If you've ever seen me play now with the Boston Celtics, you know what I'm talking about. Like this Kristaps Porzingis as a pink diamond is going to be way better than Jaylen Brown. It's kind of like play now. Jaylen Brown is a higher overall. He's got more badges, but because of, a couple of things. Number one, his release is on the slower side of things. It absolutely is. And number two, he's 6'6" at the 2, which is fine, but Kristaps is 7'2". So it's just tough for me to really get to Jaylen Brown in this game. To be honest, I think Richard Jefferson is just going to be just as good as Jaylen Brown. So take it for what you want, but that's my prediction. Last but certainly not least, we do see Chris Webber today. 6'10", has been 6'9" in the past. 85 3 ball, 85 standing dunk, 95 driving dunk, 86 ball handle, defensively fine, rebounding great, 92 speed. Not a lot of flaws in this Chris Webber. Badge-wise, stat-wise, the card is nearly perfect. However, when you compare his stats and badges to a guy like the Galaxy Opal AD, it's tough for me to hype up Chris Webber a whole ton. And I'm saying the card's fine, but it's just tough because these Galaxy Opals barely have any more badges than the pink diamonds. Like barely. Like a guy like Jaren Jackson, I'll say it like this. Jaren Jackson Jr.'s diamond card is better badge-wise than this Chris Webber card. The Galaxy Opals aren't great. I like Kristaps as far as a pink diamond. D West, as far as the diamond's okay. Michael Ray Richardson's good. Cam Reddish is good. Those are the cards, if you're balling on a budget, that I'd look to pick up for your specific squad. That's going to wrap it up for our video. Drop a like on it. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, man, I love you guys. And have a blessed day.